Welcome to the bold analysis today, the 30th of January 2025, a day to February, the month of love, and the month where Kenya is going to see whether we are going to take over the AUC position. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm humbly requesting you to subscribe to our channel. We are heading to 100,000 subscribers. Believe me, we are at 99,731. So tumebakisha 269 to click 100,000. We'll be so glad. We'll be so happy when we reach that target. So kindly subscribe. Subscription is absolutely free. When you subscribe to a channel, you'll be able to get notifications. Let's come into this. What this gentleman is talking about in this video, this is the video that people who pretend to love President Ruto should share with him.
Wacha ni muadvise Prezo Ruto My dear Prezo, wacha ni kuite hivyo. You cannot succeed and you will not succeed in a war of words with Rigathi Gachagua. Uyo ni moto wa kuotea mbali. So, if I were you, I would avoid him and I would not answer him. Round hii umepatikana. Uyo si yule Uhuru ulikuwa unamuongelesha na nyamaza. This guy is... Kuna msemo wa Swahili unasema, pwagu kapata pwaguzi. Round hii, Gachagua ni mtu... Naona umeanza kujibizana na yeye. That guy atakutoa suruale. Na kitu nyingine was hakuogopi. Huyo hakuogopi. Anaitwa mtoto wa... That guy does not fear you at all. Kwa sababu ni kama anajua siri zako mingi sana. So, ningekuwa wewe, ningecheza kando sana. Hata fadhalu tumwakina Oskasudi wamrushie maneno, but not you, Prezo. Huyo jamaa atakutoa suruale na kutoe boxer. Chana peupe.
And I repeat, that video should be shared, President's WhatsApp number, so that he looks at that video. What that gentleman is talking about is the true position, the way things are. I am saying this because William Ruto's MPs that are supporting him from Mount Kenya seem to have narrowed down on two politicians, Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta. And Mwangi Kiunjuri, after realizing that he's under threat, he's facing threat from Uhuru, who Rigathi has endorsed to go for like East MP seat, have started hitting, Mwangi Kiunjuri started hitting Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta. And in several occasions, he's come out attacking Rigathi Gachagua. That Rigathi Gachagua made a mistake to go into political deal with William Ruto without a political party.
Ili niwe deputy wake, Rigathi alikuweko. Ishongo alikuweko. Uhuru Kenyatta alikuweko. Mtu anaitwa Mudhama alikuweko. Mtu anaitwa huyu Hassan, Unda, Secretary General alikuweko. Akina Harware. Mimi nikasema nataka kuingia kwa serikali nikiwa kwa chama yangu ya TSP. Huyu Rigathi akakimbia mlango ya nyuma akaingia ndani akachukua kiti ya deputy president. Sasa ndiye analia ati aliingia bila kujipanga. Ati kwa sababu fulani ametolewa kwa serikali. Ati Wakikuyu wote watoke ndani ya serikali. Ati kwa sababu wewe fulani huko kwa serikali na hatujui mlikosania wapi, sisi wote sasa tutoke. Ati ukitaja jina hata umeanza kutupanga nani atakuwa mjumbe, nani atakuwa MCA, nani atakuwa governor, umeanza kutupanga na wewe mwenyewe hujajipanga. Wakati serikali wengine wanaongea kuugalisha Wakenya wote marafiki, wewe unasema tujitenge kama watu ya Mount Kenya region. Hiyo hatutakubali. Yes, watu wakienda sawa sawa. Lakini sisi mkipotea mtakuja kusema siku moja kuna watu ambao walielezea mtapotea.
And I want you to look at that kind of hypocrisy. Politicians should always be wary of the fact that people understand their game. The reason why Rigathi Gachagua was picked by William Ruto, even after those MPs, and I'm so sure MPs, those MPs, they wanted, even those MPs wanted to pick Kindiki, and even William Ruto before the elections in Karen. This thing have always been said for long, but before the elections in Karen, William Ruto himself had called those MPs and told them wanted to chukue Kindiki. But he didn't know that Rigathi Gachagua was not a pushover. And if Kiunjuri was to be picked, he had his own political party. Why was he not picked? There are several others with their own political parties. Tujibebe wa Kenya Party, Kafogo, Moses Kuri, they had own. So if it was a matter of looking for someone with a political party, I think Mwangi Kiunjuri would have taken it. But Mwangi Kiunjuri was vying for MP. At no point did he announce he was going for that. He was actually in line to be the DP. Now, these attacks seem not to go well because there is something that Nelson Havin said in Citizens TV, and he said the president cannot pick people then come and complain that, oh, Rigathi is corrupt, but he's the one who picked it.
This is the problem. We cannot sugarcoat it. You understand? There is a problem. A big problem. The economy is doing badly. There's maladministration. When you're being asked here, if the president comes here and says, my deputy president was incompetent, it is him who picked him. True or not true? Let's be factual, Mr. President. Let's speak to you. Don't pick incompetent and corrupt people. Then when they fail you, you come and lament here that this person was incompetent, this was corrupt. You pick them. True or not true?
Thank you.
Yeah, you pick them.
That's the point.
And you do the right thing. You understand? We all support this government. We want Dr. William Samoei Ruto to succeed. But he will not succeed if we're lying to him. We must help him serve effectively because it is our mandate as leaders to help the president serve. Kwani mnatafuta kazi bado? Abana? Hey, you're all grown up men.
Honorable Ruki is already employed by the people of Mbere North.
Exactly.
Yes, and yes,
And it's indeed true that it is the president who picked him. So you cannot pick people, then you can't start saying, you know, so and so is corrupt, so and so is corrupt. You don't have that latitude. Now, Mwangi Kiunjuri attended a funeral service somewhere in Laikipia, and he started attacking, defending William Ruto while attacking Uhuru Kenyatta. And the bishop said no.
Uhuru Kenyatta, he was a Kikuyu. And again, we experienced insecurity. Now we have a president by the name of Samoei Ruto. Not Maina, not Samoei Mwangi, not Samoei Kimani, and now we have peace in Laikipia. Kwa hivyo wakati tunaenda huko nje, tukinena maneno, remember to say thank you. 10 were healed, only 1 came back to say thank you. Na waliponywa watu 10. Sisi tutaendelea na ushuhuda wetu kama watu ya Laikipia. Kuna yale yatafanyika, and there is always two sides of the coin. Hata kwa Biblia tunahubiria wale wako warevi na tunahubiria wale wameokoka. And therefore it is always good to remember.
Mheshimiwa
ya mwisho
sio kukukata na ningetaka nichukue nafasi hii kama mchungaji. Bwana asifiwe. Mheshimiwa tunampenda, tunamheshimu, lakini ningeomba tafadhali kwa sababu ya maneno ambayo amesema, ametaja hayati Mzee Kibaki na rais mstaafu Uhuru Kenyatta. Sababu hawako hapa wajitetee juu ya mambo yaliyokuwa yanaendelea hapa. Kwa heshima ndugu yangu, kwa heshima tu mheshimiwa, sababu hawako hapa watetee serikali ya wakati wao, sifu ya wakati huu, sababu mkuu wenyu wako hapa. Tafadhali, sababu please kindly.
Nimalizie and I clarify on that.
Yes.
Allow me to do that.
Yes.
Nimesema kwa sababu moja haya. Nimesema sio lazima ndugu yako akufanyie mazuri.
Now there are two interpretations. There are some 3 interpretations, 3 observations I want us to make from that video. Number 1, that preacher was categorical on why the direction he doesn't want Nani to take, and is saying both Uhuru Kenyatta and Mwai Kibaki they are not here to respond. So I want to let me and if I want to tell you that they were so intentional, that bishop so intentional. I wish the Kenyan bishops should actually take that direction. This idea of giving politicians one way, you give them platform, then they speak a lot of things that some of them are not fact checked. Is not true. I think every preacher should take the direction of that bishop, and is saying they are not here to defend themselves. Do you think that that bishop is talking because he's feeling like it's true nani hawako so we afai kuongea? No. What he's trying to say is we are not comfortable with that statement of defending Ruto. It is not about defaming Uhuru Kenyatta, no. What that preacher is saying is we are not comfortable about you defending the president here. But he cannot come out and say don't talk about President Ruto here. He didn't want to go directly from it. Number two is the way the crowd reacted. You know, you'll expect that the crowd is standing with Kiunjuri. Probably there are some heckling that wacha onge or something, but the crowd stood with the bishop, and that's why you saw Nani was very terrified. Kiunjuri was very terrified. I understand. I was asking someone who was telling me that immediately after that, immediately he finished talking, he left as if he was going somewhere and never came back for that event, But be it as it may, I think it's fine. It's cool to tell politicians that this is not the platform for that. And the other third observation I realized is the clergy are also having a problem with the president. And I'll tell you why. But let me take a point on what Kiunjuri is talking about. Kiunjuri is talking about President Ruto should be praised because of silencing the guns in Laikipia. Number one, Laikipia was not so much volatile compared to other areas. William Ruto also have a ranch in Laikipia that was over time. I think during Uhuru Kenyatta's time that was ever there. And they used to say it was there because, you know, Uhuru Kenyatta never wanted William Ruto, and that's why there were chaos on that end. But I would want to remind Mwangi Kiunjuri that Baringo, where there have been stories that the guns have gone silent, and Kindiki has been talking about it, that you know, the guns in Baringo has gone silent. Recently, just 5 days ago, this video emerged while young people are saying, well, not young people, some people were attending a funeral of one person that had been killed by the bandits, and they were saying these things are happening, and even the media is silenced that they can't say about it.
Who is this hiding these things? Ni nani? Wanaficha, wanakataza hawa watangazaji hata waeleze Kenya kwamba kuna shida mahali. Wakati nyinyi mnasimama mahali unasema asante, amani imekuja, na sisi tunaumia chini. Atulali, we have stress. Sisi tuko na stress bwana. Ili tuko na mabunduki, yani pia president amezopea. Lakini ng'ombe hairudishwi aje mheshimiwa Shwali? Hairudi aje kweli mheshimiwa? Kuja utueleze utuambie ni nini serikali inapanga. Sababu ni aibu mheshimiwa, umepambana umepata yani bila tuko na karibu 100. Lakini ng'ombe usiku inaenda inakaa mahali fulani, alafu saa 9 inawachiliwa.
His Excellency President of the Republic of Kenya Mr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, yeye alisema kabisa katika masikio hii, nilisikia akisema kwa roho yake, mauaji na mambo mengine will be things of the past. Lakini William Samoei, nimeshangaa ni ushaitani ama ni uovu kani imeingilia katika fikra ikamkasumba mawazo yake, mpaka yeye saa hii amekaa tu katika ile kiti ya ufalme ambao sisi tulisema Mungu bariki William Samoei hasala apande juu, ndio sisi tuende juu, mama mboga juu, sijui bodaboda juu, somebody like me ambaye nilitoka hapo nikagaa niende juu, lakini saa hii ni chini, tuende chini. What are we doing bana? President must, lazima president akae chini. Hata mimi nakanga kwangu niko na watoto hapa, if I make I promise, na nikaa kidogo hivi nakimbia naambia watoto nimechelewa mnisamee, lakini nitawafikia kichi. Kwani president nini sasa imekuwa hivi? Kesho na uwawa. Hata hii sasa hii Baringo Tiate kama ameweza kutengeneza mambo ya hiti, nini sasa hapa Chemokotani? What is Chebukotan? Where is the Haiti and this Chebukotan here? Yeah, alisuka upale mpaka hills akapeana title deeds. Unajua title saa hii iko pale na ng'ombe yetu iko na title. Wanakaa na title ile yeye mwenyewe alipeana. Rais. Hii mchanga hii ya leo hii tunaongelea hapa. Kura yetu itamlani His Excellency Ruto Samoei. Mangetu. My brother aku tembele si atuchui kufamia mtu. Tumesonga kuanzia mali naitwa uko Kiptarin chini kabisa mali naitwa nini? Lembuyek. Tukasonga Chipchibon.
Now this is the true position. So he's saying these things are happening, but the media can't talk about them because they've also been silenced. They're not talking about what is happening in the North Rift. So this does not mean that these things has ended. And he was saying, and I think that was an eye-opening, and the reason why that is happening is President want to say, you know, he doesn't want an impression that people from his side, that issue of banditry is not done. But you can see the way that Mzee is talking now chungu sana, that things are not just reported, but not that they are fine. I'm making 3 observations from this. There is an attempt to sell Ruto's scorecard in Mount Kenya. I don't know, I've heard Kindiki talking about it when speaking in Karen. Now I'm also seeing Mwangi Kiunjuri talking about it in Laikipia. The scorecard pitch is, to me, it should be the right thing, because that should be the template of Ruto seeking re-election. Because that is what he told us. He said, give me 5 years. After giving me 5 years, you look at what I've done, then you choose either to give me the job for the next 5 years or no. Truly, that is supposed to be it. But in Mount Kenya, it doesn't work. And I want to tell Mwangi Kiunjuri, the president is captive of the handshake broad-based shenanigan. I'm telling you, the Mbadis, the Opiyo Wandayi, and the people around the president are telling him, wachana na Mount Kenya. Take development to Western. Look, you see the way the Western leaders were talking during that Western event. And I understand the president was supposed to make a tour in Nyanza. On Tuesday, the very week he was in Western, he was supposed to be in Siaya on Tuesday. Even current today, Joho was in Siaya. Yesterday, Joho was in Siaya, in Wichlu, Musenge Bay, that area. The president was supposed to go there, but he didn't go because of what was happening in Western. William Ruto is a captive of those handshake and broad-based brothers. So he's not going to do more. He's not going to do more because he believes he's not sure, I'm going to lose Mount Kenya, I'm going to lose the lake. So this election is going to be very complex. Number 2, the Ruto betrayal is a bit more complex than what politicians are saying. What Mwangi Kiunjuri is saying is about Rigathi is that, Rigathi is bad. But even those clergy are feeling betrayed. Do you remember during some of those economic forums, there were charters signed. You know, William Ruto signed charters with several, mothers, I'm going to give you free diapers. There's another charter with, doctors, I'm going to give you free promotions, what. There's another charter with teachers, I'm going to add your salary. There's even a charter with the police. There was a charter with the church that you're going to import cars free of charge. There is going to be an incentive going to the church, the pastors. Registration of churches going to be free. There were several incentives under some MOU, and they also feel like they've been there. And in fact, another thing which cannot be said, but here is this. Ruto used to pour money in Mount Kenya. So immediately stopped. There was an element of people now missing that. Number 2, persuasion power. The president's persuasion power in Mount Kenya has diminished. It has gone down. So if you still believe that the president is going to persuade the electorates to vote for you, I think Mwangi Kiunjuri is daydreaming. Thank you.